So I don't want y'all to think that I'm just here chilling and not showing y'all nothing. But yes, I'm getting my hair ready for the week. So I am off camera today. I have another Zoom probably in about 30 minutes. So we're going to be really brief today. So I don't want y'all to think, oh yeah, she's just up. No, I'm getting ready for the week. And so we're not going to be looking at me today. All right, so we are in week 4 of the Spring Back 6-week wellness challenge. And so this week we're going to talk about week 4, which is intellectual and occupational wellness, and just kind of recap and go from there. This is going to be probably a good quickie, and we're going to keep it short and sweet. So week 4 is going to focus on intellectual and occupational wellness, but we're going to recap. So week 1, we started talking about goals. There's a goal setting link in the YouTube videos. So if you want to, you can go back and we talk about SMART goals. There is absolutely no way for you to get to any destination without knowing how you're going to get there. What is it that you're looking for when you get there? So that is why I spent the first week talking about goal setting. And as I move forward in the program, I am going to be super duper intentional about goal setting. I know for me, my goal, and I'm gonna tell the story. So the inception of the Springback 6-week wellness challenge was birthed out of a need for me to have some people to go along this journey with me as I work on my wellness goals that I kind of thrown in the garbage. So because I knew I wanted someone to go on this journey with me, I set some goals. So my first goal was, hey, let me sit down and see what it is about my wellness is that is not intact. For me, it was at this point literally just my physical wellness because spiritually, I do meditate. I have a prayer group. I'm in tune in that area. Emotionally and socially, I am definitely very in tune to what I'm thinking and feeling, and I find out where that thing is coming from. Socially, I'm with my friends and family as much as possible. I make plans to spend time with my friends and family. Intellectually, I am a reader. I have books that are just sitting here that are I look forward to reading. There are some books on spirituality. There are some books on personal finance. There are some books on just fun and pleasure and just goofy stuff. And then occupationally, that was another area of weakness for me because even just to say the word occupation makes my heart just start beating fast. So as far as my wellness goes, it was definitely a place of physical wellness that was off track and a place of occupational wellness that is definitely off track. So I had to set some goals for myself. So with that being said, then number 2, week 2, we started talking about meals and movement. So I knew because my physical wellness was off the tracks, I had to get back to eating what I knew I was supposed to eat. Not that I was not eating well, but me and Candy have formed another reinvigorated relationship with one another. So I had to decrease the amount of sugar that I was eating. I would eat candy for breakfast, literally. I would get a box of hot tamales, and that would be my breakfast. So I had to decrease the amount of sugar intake that I was experiencing. Um, I also had to eat at appropriate times. Sitting in bed and eating ice cream right before I went to sleep, that was not appropriate. Now, I'm not just saying ice. Well, I don't eat ice cream. I eat it's vegan ice cream, but it's sugary. It's a sugary, non-dairy frozen dish, and I would of course put nuts on it and whipped cream and um what's the caramel top. It was something that I did not need. So I had to address meals. I got back up. I started walking every day. If I wasn't walking, I was on my trampoline. I was doing an extreme hip hop video. So those are the things that I had to do for me. And I'll get to some other things as we talk further. social and emotional wellness. And as I have mentioned, the quality, and you can read this on the screen, the quality and quantity of interpersonal relationships play an important role for women during menopausal changes and may affect both mental and physical health, and your quality of life and your mortality risk. Y'all, you just don't understand the importance it is for you to have a positive social network. And I don't know if you all have heard the saying, but I have. And basically, the saying says that you're an average of the 5 people that you hang with the most. And I had to stop and look at the people that I was hanging with and say, are they beneficial to me? I had to decrease and cut back on time with certain people and increase time with others. And I'm going to talk a bit more also about my increase in the time that I spend with another group. Emotional wellness, maintaining a positive state of mind, because these hormonal fluctuations are have you all over the place, having you think that you are just going nuts, and you're not. It is literally your hormones. As I said last week, you can blame it on the hormones, like Jamie Foxx in the song "Blame It on the Alcohol." Yeah, we can blame it on our hormones because they are all over the place. That those estrogen and your progesterone and actually and we don't talk about it much, your testosterone, all of those hormones are just fluctuating, and they do have an impact on your thought process, how you're feeling, how you're able to cope. We're angry today, then tomorrow we are sitting up somewhere curled up in a ball crying. So definitely know that all of these things are impacted by our hormone fluctuations, and there are ways that we need to manage. So, who am I? I'm Myra, the Menopause Wellness Coach. Um, as my mission is changing, because I have been saying that I help women manage menopause symptoms and live a scintillating second half. Oh, but I have my business coach is helping me to reframe and rephrase these words. And so I help menopausal women lose 30 or more pounds and gain an emotional stamina or an emotional emergence that helps you to sustain yourself through this phase of your life. And I use what I call my menopause wellness wheel of change. And it really is just a wellness wheel that impacts every area of your life, as I have done research and seen that affects us during menopause. And as you see, I have a disclaimer here that says I provide general information about menopause. I am not a doctor. I am not a clinician. I am not a medical person. I am a lay person who has been certified. I have certifications and degrees. I do research. I was my first client. So therefore, I am um, just so involved in menopause wellness and how it impacts us as we age and grow. And I want all of us to just live a life of intentionality and on purpose. So the purpose of the challenge, the Spring Back 6-week wellness challenge, was to create a lifestyle of wellness. And a lifestyle just does not happen. You have to work at it. It is not something you wake up, boop, I'm going to be well today. Hell no, that is not how that works. It works because you have to think it through. You have to set goals. You have to become a more intentional human. And so I have the phrase, not the phrase, but the poem here that talks about how your thoughts become your words, and your words are your actions, and your actions become your habits. So now my body, I have the habit now of getting up daily and walking. If I'm not walking, I am getting on my trampoline, depending, the weather has to also, it dictates what I'm going to do every day. So, and then yesterday I had a class, and the class started at, I think, 8 in the morning. So I really, because it was a weekend day, I didn't want to get up and start the class. And so I did not go out and walk until after, but I made it. It's a habit now. I have to do something every day. And if it's not every day, it's at least 5 days a week. And I track my fitness, my workouts on my Fitbit. So I am very intentional because I set a goal from the very beginning. I'm now checking my blood pressure at least every other day, if not every day, to make sure that I am on track to do what I am supposed to be doing. And the expectations of this challenge were so that you can discover a little bit more about your menopause triggers. I have a journal that I have done, and it talks about 100 ways to 100 days of wellness. And in that journal, I'm going to also link it to the YouTube video. You can order it. You can even purchase it from me. I also have it on my website. You can just let me know, because I just want us to be well and live a life on purpose. Gain tips to manage those menopause symptoms. I'm gonna take ownership. I have not been posting and giving out information as I should every day. However, again, thanks to my business coach, some things I have to hold because this is a free challenge. If I'm just giving out everything, I'm my well will be empty. So she's intentionally forcing me, because y'all know I would just give it away for free. I literally would just give it away for free. But she is really being intentional with me and saying, nope, that is a paid version of yourself. So I'm learning what I give away and what is the paid version of myself. And I ain't even gonna say the paid version. The portion that I want people to invest in, that's where I am. Create small steps that garner big gains. One of my small steps is making sure that I have a protein smoothie at least 3 days a week. And because I'm vegetarian, I know that I'm not getting enough protein. So I have to be deliberate with making sure that I do things that give me the protein that I need to metabolize my food and to make sure that I'm getting in enough nutrients throughout the week. Flow in the vivaciousness of you. Listen, again, because we are at a certain age, a certain space in our lives, we forget how sexy and how amazing and how dynamic we are as women. We forget that we are the life force that brings about everything. And I also want you to join a thriving community of mature menopausal mamas. And I have to put mature because I got some folks that do not want to admit that they are going to be or are menopausal. It is what it is, but we all are there. So, and of course, I've gone backwards instead of forwards. All right. So here we go. Going to talk a little bit about intellectual wellness, and it is the change of your memory that is associated with menopause. And when I was reading, it says that 2/3 of women experience some degree of menopause related cognition. I kept reading. Every woman is going to experience some type of intellectual or some issues with cognition, because all of that still is related to brain fog, which is going to be struggles with making decisions, learning and retaining new information. Our estrogen, again, and I've said it repeatedly, estrogen is a natural lubricant. So as our brains are decreasing in that lubrication, and like our other joints, it also impacts our ability to quickly have those neural synapses that take place in our brains. And also, we're at the age where learning new things. What? I have a lot of people that have just decided, oh, I'm at this point, I'm here, I'm not going any further. So they're not deciding to learn anything new. You have to. So, one of the things that is going to help you with your increased intellectual or cognitive wellness, and I have on here shocker, which is exercise, learning new steps. So when I lived in Atlanta, I took a line dancing class. That was the hardest thing for me, partially because, well, we're not going to talk about me and my struggles with finding a beat, but those are things that help. I took and love extreme hip hop. You have to learn moves. They're calling out moves and you're learning new steps. Love extreme hip hop. That is definitely a brain stimulator, because it helps you have to learn to remember what steps goes with which steps go with what call. All right. Foods that are rich in fatty omega fatty 3s and unsaturated fats. I'm going to have a list of those things, because for me to call all of that out, again, I'm on a time limit. I think I have 4 more minutes left that I have before my next meeting. Mind games such as Wordscape. I love Mindscape, Wordscape, Sudoku, reading for learning. Don't just pick up a book that you are used to reading over and over. Find something that you enjoy, that you want to learn something about. I'm into learning about new technology and AI. So I have downloaded, and I have some Kindle books that talk about AI and ways to use AI in everyday life. Journaling, I am a fanatic with journaling. I go to sleep remembering things or knowing that are things that I need to do. And because I place them in my journal, I can wake up the next day and know, oh, this is what I have to do. Okay. Occupational wellness, again, no secret. We are in our late 40s, early 50s, many of us. And oh, I forgot to change. That should say occupational wellness. It's simple. Are you working? That should say, y'all, moving fast. Are you working a career experience that suits you or your lifestyle? This area looks at and recognizes the importance of employment with regard to satisfaction, enrichment, and meaningfulness. So I mentioned that I took a class yesterday, and I've also mentioned that I have another Zoom coming up. So skill up if necessary. I have skilled up. I took a class yesterday to learn how to um, work in the trucking industry. I've never, and just the verbiage and the things that I learned about working in the trucking industry and logistics, and that was a lot. My brain is still fried from it, but I am definitely at the space where I want to skill up, because my goal is, to create new options and opportunities for myself. Research or volunteer in an area of occupational interest. So because I don't know anything about trucks, I am now networking, which is on there, with a lady whose husband has trucks. And so I'm learning, hey, let me go and sit with you while you are, you know, talking to different boards of people and going to different events and learning how to assign jobs based on or routes based on a load board and that kind of thing. So it was just interesting to learn, and I'm looking forward to networking and volunteering in this arena. Know your worth. Some of us, again, late 40s, early 50s, we're looking at retirement. Know your worth. You don't have to just take a position just because it's something you know about, or that this is just the amount of money that they're offering you. Know that there are other opportunities available to you. I have been an educator for as long as I can remember. I've been in the secondary education field. And over the past several months, I have learned that there are occupations and opportunities within the for-profit arena that say, hey, we're looking for people with a bachelor's degree in education. So other areas are looking for people who have that education background. Please know that you are worth more than wherever you are, if that is what you feel that you need to move forward. All right. So here we are at the end, and I ask if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please drop them in the chat. And this Spring Back Wellness Challenge is meant to create small changes in your life that make a larger impact. And your wellness, again, is not just a moment of where you are, it is a lifestyle. So I urge you, if you need to, click the link to get information about the 6-week challenge, to follow me on IG, TikTok, follow me or join the Facebook groups. That's where that group of women are. I have t-shirts. I have paraphernalia for sale. If you wish to partake. No, I urge you to partake because it's cute. And then subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't just look at the videos, subscribe, because my goal is to be able to go live soon on YouTube. The only way I can do that is with a certain number of subscribers. So with that being said, please drop any questions, comments, or concerns that you may have, not just in the chat, but even on YouTube. So peace for now.